Lueroi's Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver Walkthrough, Part 20. After you beat the gym leader Morty, you're going to have kind of an interesting option. The game at this point will let you choose one of two routes. You can either head west onto Olivine, or you can go east towards Mahogany. It's going to be completely different both directions, but the level of difficulty is generally the same whichever way you go. It's really just comes down to whatever your preference is. It doesn't really matter. I've gone both ways. They're both fine. There's not one way that's way better than the other. So that's kind of just going to be up to you guys. Most people like to go to the left side because that kind of stays in order with the gym badges. And that's probably what I'm going to do. But for now, we're not going to leave the city because we have some unfinished business here in the Burnt Tower. Now, we already did everything with Suicune and we fought our rival, but I accidentally left... Well, I didn't accidentally do it. I purposely left a couple trainers here for after the gym fight. I said I kind of wanted to get right to the gym, then I'd come back and fight these couple of trainers in here. So, spray some repels, and we can go fight them for some experience. You guys probably already have done this if you've beaten the gym leader, but I still have to do it, so yeah. And I guess I'll stick with Heracross and fight this Fire Breather. Don't worry, we Fire Breathers know the true power of fire. Yeah, it's funny that there's Fire Breathers in the Burnt Tower, like... I wonder who burned this place down. Could it be those Fire Breathers, I wonder? But yeah, this guy has a coughing, so he's breaking all the rules. Like, Fire Breathers have to use Fire types, but he has a Poison type on his team, but whatever. We'll just use some Horn Attack on this thing. Now, unfortunately, I don't really have a great option for fighting coughings, just because, if they have the Levitate ability, their only weakness are Psychic types, and I don't have a Psychic type, so... yeah, and they have really good defenses, so they're pretty tough to match up against. But Heracross does a decent job, I guess. So, there we go. We got rid of that one without too many problems. And he's got a Growlithe. Oh, and that's good, so we can try out our new move, Brick Break. And yeah, if you catch a Heracross, you will quickly fall in love with the move Brick Break. We just learned it at level 19. It's a really good fighting type move. You're probably going to have it for the majority of the game. Later on, you might give yourself close combat or something, but definitely a very reliable move. And it has 15 power points, so that's the nice thing about it. A lot of power, and you don't need to worry about it running out very quickly. So we'll take care of that Growlithe, and yeah, Heracross is just such a good Pokemon. It has really high attack. Like, the thing I love about Heracross is that it doesn't evolve. Now, normally people like Pokemon that evolve, but Heracross has great stats right away. So you're going to have really high physical attack the minute you catch it. And you don't need to wait for evolution to get those boosted up stats. So really early on in the game especially, Heracross is a really nice Pokemon to have. And this coughing is just going to be tackling us, I guess. So hopefully this thing knocks it out. And you're left with like one hit point, of course. Couldn't get a critical hit or anything. That'd be too much to ask. So we'll finish you with an Aerial Ace. And down goes the coughing. So Heracross is our only Pokemon that's not at level 20, so... Oh, such a heated battle! Yeah, no pun intended, right? But yeah, Heracross is our only one not at level 20, so... That's kind of my main goal in here, get him up a level. And there's an antidote right there, which may come in handy if the coughing poisoned you or something. Anyways, here's his fire-breathing friend. He's practicing his fire-breathing in the Burnt Tower. Well, I guess it's okay now, it's already burned down. You can, you know, blow all the fire you want. What's funny is, last year in my health class, I actually did a report on pyromaniacs, like people that are obsessed with fire, and it instantly reminded me of Fire Breathers from Gold and Silver version. Anyways, here's a Charmeleon, and actually, I think right after this battle ends, I'm going to cut away and, well, yeah, you guys will see, because I have something to take care of right at the end of this battle, and I'm doing a lot in this video, so I kind of want to squeeze it all in, so... yeah, down goes the Charmeleon, and I will just cut away to the place I'm going next. And Dim got up to level 20, so that's nice. And the Fire Breather is defeated. Alright, like I said, I'm going to cut away here to Goldenrod City. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm doing back in this place. But, there's actually something that you probably don't want to forget about. And it's this guy right here, Bill. Now, once you talk to him in Ecruteak City, in the Pokemon Center, he will come back to his house here. Now, don't worry about remembering to do it. As soon as you enter the Pokemon Center in Ecruteak, he will come back here automatically. So you can come back here, and he will give you an Eevee for free. He just gives you an Eevee. An Eevee is a great Pokemon because you can evolve it into a bunch of different types of Pokemon. You can get a Fire, an Electric, a Water, a Psychic, a Dark, all sorts of stuff. And I'm actually not going to use Eevee on my team. I know that's what everyone thought. Everyone thought I was going to use Vaporeon, but I'm actually not going to use Eevee in this run-through. I use Eevee way too much, so I just figured I would catch a different water type for this playthrough, so sorry for all of you that thought I was going to use Vaporeon, but it's not going to be on my team this time. Anyways, last thing to take care of, and that is the name raider, and a lot of you know what I'm doing. This is just something extra I need to do because my Rattata, who I nicknamed Loser when I caught it, proved himself worthy by helping me take down Morty the gym leader, so I need to change his nickname to Winner because without him I definitely wouldn't have gotten that last gym badge, so I know, who would have thought Loser the Rattata would ever make himself useful, but he did, so he will forever known be as, or will forever now on be known as Winner, so there we go. Our HM slave is now known as Winner. And we will cut back to Ecruteak City now. Alright gang, we're back here in Ecruteak, and like I said before, we have the option of choosing the east route or the west route. And like I mentioned before, I like taking the west route, and I think that's what I'm going to do this time, just because I like going in order with the gym badges, and this is kind of the classic way to go, so that's what I'm going to be doing. We'll save Mahogany for way later on in the game. There's a lot of stuff with Team Rocket over there too, so it's best to put it off because I hate Team Rocket. But yeah, eventually, like I said, you're going to have to go to either side anyways, so it really doesn't make that big of a difference, but anyways, this is Route 38, and I love the music here, absolutely love it. Route 38 is a pretty nice route for catching Pokemon. You got Raticate, Magnemite, Miltank, Tauros, Farfetch'd. You got a Max Potion right there. Also, if you're playing a Soul Silver version, you can catch a Meowth, which is a pretty nice Pokemon, in my opinion. And of course, like all other routes, you got a bunch of trainers to fight, so we'll start with this Sailor right here. He's been overseas, he knows of all sorts of Pokemon. But does that really make you a better Pokemon trainer? I guess we'll find out. Sailor Harry! I wonder if he's a wizard like Harry Potter. Anyways, let's go with a Razor Leaf and take down this Wooper. And just make a fool of this guy. You travel all over the world, sailing all the seas, but the best you can get is a Wooper. And not only that, you don't even evolve it into a Quagsire. What are you thinking, dude? Well, hopefully Harry's a better wizard than he is Pokemon trainer. Anyways, let's move on over here and... I'm trying to remember what Pokemon she has. I think she has like a grass type on her team, so I'll go to Batman. I want to say she has a HOPPIP on her team or something. I don't know. Someone on this route has a HOPPIP, that much I know. Anyways, yeah, I always like to test myself, see if I can, you know, be a nerd and remember all the Pokemon in this game. Oh, I was wrong. She has a Flaffy, so this was just a terrible choice picking a flying type. I guess we can still take it on. Let's use a Confuse Ray. I guess I still want to get Batman some experience and knock out some Pokemon just so it can boost up its happiness and evolve. Just because, unfortunately, my Golbat actually died, and getting knocked out always lowers your happiness, so... I don't know, I guess I'll have to give him some potions and stuff to boost it back up. Maybe go back and get him a haircut in Goldenrod. I probably should have done that while I was there, but... Yeah, if you do have a Pokemon that evolves with happiness, Oh, you jerk! You used Moo Moo Milk right before I was about to kill you. But anyways, yeah, if you have a Pokemon that evolves with happiness, you can go and get a haircut in Goldenrod, and that will boost it up. And I just got really unlucky. First you heal, and then you paralyze me. Batman was definitely the wrong choice here. But at least I can get you to flinch a lot. Oh, there we go, a critical hit! At last, I get a critical hit when I need it. Thank you, game. It has been long awaited, but it finally came. The critical hit that I actually needed. I've been waiting for years for this to happen. Anyways, last Pokemon's a Psyduck. Let's go ahead and switch out to Herbie. Just because Herbie has a tendency to destroy water types. Just absolutely destroy them. So Razor Leaf will take you out. And down we'll go to Psyduck. I always thought it was funny that Misty's Psyduck always popped out first in the anime, but that never happens in the games, so I guess Misty just had a really, like, an extra stupid Psyduck or something. I don't know. Anyways, this person's actually going to ask for your phone number, and if you have a Pokemon that evolves with a Thunderstone, you might want to add her, because eventually she will give you a Thunderstone after you battle her again. So if you caught an Eevee and you want a Jolteon, then there you go. Add her into your contacts, and eventually she'll give you a Thunderstone. And I just quickly took care of that paralysis with my, whatever you call them, Paralyze Heals. Yeah, that's what they're called. So we'll go ahead and fight this guy. Always a good idea to stock up on the mart for, you know, antidotes, Paralyze Heals. You know, it's like being a good Boy Scout. You always got to come prepared for stuff like paralysis, right? Anyways, this dude's got a Mr. Mime, so we'll stick with our biting here. Yeah, Golbat's just a really great Pokemon. It's definitely worth training up the Zubat to get Golbat and Crobat, just because they get good stat boosts, and they're just all-around solid Pokemon. I mean, they're really fast, that's their highest stat, but then the rest of their stats are pretty well balanced. That's why I like using them. One of the more underrated flying types, in my opinion. Definitely a lot of people kind of just count Zubat out just because they think, like, oh, it's a crappy Zubat, but Crobat is definitely a top-notch Pokemon. Anyways, I don't want to add him into my numbers either, so we'll move on. If you haven't guessed, I don't like adding anyone into my numbers, but yeah. Anyways, let's switch up our team right here. I guess Golbat's had enough action for now. We'll go back to Heracross, and yay, no wild Pokemon. Alright, so we're going to fight this last right here. And maybe this is the person that has the Hoppips on our team. Yes, it is! So I wasn't crazy after all. I knew someone had a Hoppip. Or maybe that means I wasn't crazy. Maybe it just means I'm a total dork and remember these things. I don't know, whatever. But we have Aerial Ace, so we can take care of them pretty easily. So down goes the Hoppip. Yeah, I mean, my team's looking pretty good right now. I mean, everyone's getting up there in levels. Everyone's stats are looking pretty good. I'm not having trouble taking on trainers. I'm getting to the point where I can just one-hit KO most all of them, so things are definitely looking pretty good for me. And she also has a Skip Bloom, which is going to go down just as easily. And get me a lot of experience points. So hopefully you're also at that point in the game where you're able to just knock out all these trainers in one hit. And I got a Wild Battle. And that was a Meowth in case you were wondering, but we're not going to catch it or fight it or anything because screw wild Pokemon, I always run away from them. Anyways, let's walk around here. And I think we got one more trainer to fight. And I'm going to switch up my team really quick. I'm going to go to Rocky because this is the bird-type trainer, and obviously rock types do the trick with that, so yeah, let's take on this bird keeper. Fly high into the sky! Yeah, those bird Pokemon are crazy, or those bird keepers are crazy, always talking about flying up into the sky and stuff. With our Doduos, who can somehow fly, don't ask me. I'm not going to go on this rant again about Doduos, but a lot of you know how I feel about them. About how it makes absolutely zero sense that they can fly without wings. But yeah, we actually have Rollout instead of Rock Throw now, because I decided to give Rocky Rollout. I mean, both moves are pretty good Rock-type moves. It just comes down to preference, and I decided to go with Rollout. But right now it's not looking too good, because it just missed. But once you get Rollout going, like, once you get it rolling, yeah, once you get Rollout rolling, it adds up to its power every turn, so it's kind of nice. And if you use Defense Curl, it actually boosts up the power even more, so I can always whip out that strategy if I have to. But right now we're just fighting these Doduos who go down in like one hit anyways, so it's not a big deal. And you gotta love that defense on Rocky. Just everything does like 1 or 2 hit points. It's pretty nice. And he's not even evolved yet. That's the scary thing. Just wait, like, if you think his defense is good now, and his attack, just wait till he evolves into a Graveler, and then a Golem, and then you'll just be amazed. And you'll wonder why you've never used Geodudes on your team before. And you will thank me for showing you the great ways of Geodude. Anyways, one last rollout will take this thing out. And there we go, that's all the trainers here in Route 38. Unfortunately, the city is not directly after Route 38. You gotta go through one more small route, Route 39. And then you'll be in Olivine, so I guess that's what we have to do now. I'll probably cut out in between the routes here, just because this will be a pretty good stopping point. And it looks like I can't get that item, and I went the wrong way, so I'll have to go all the way around. Let's actually try to make it without repels. Yeah, let's try to make it without repels. Please make it, please make it! Yeah, there we go! So yeah, we got a lot done in this video, guys. Finished up Route 38, and next time we will be checking out Route 39, fighting all the trainers in here, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you all next time.